Hi, Planet A people. I'm very excited to introduce you the ChatGPT. It is a very useful tool for those English is not their first language in writing. First thing first, what is a ChatGPT? It is a machine learning tool to deal with natural language, for example, English. It will find patterns in words. For example, we have apple, banana, cherry. We have king, queen, knight. And we have happy, sad, and thrill. Given an XY plane, it's not that difficult for us to move those words in the correct bubble. For a computer, this task is also very easy. But in the daily life, it will help us find patterns in sentence. For example, I like to eat apple, or apple is a good phone. The problem now is we have the same apple, and still if we use XY plane to describe apple, it would be difficult because it is the same apple and we cannot have different positions for them. How ChatGPT deal with this problem? The solution is we introduced another dimension, the Z dimension. Now we have X, Y, Z, a 3D dimension. In human sense, let's say apple is here in the original plane. But after a while, the ChatGPT will learn that apple is a good phone. This apple gonna be the apple in far away along the Z dimension. So the distance of the original and the target is the difference in sentence. That's how we distinguish the same apple in different sentences. In this example, we know that ChatGPT will learn complex things by adding new access. In technology terms, it will add parameters to handle complex situations. Now, let's imagine ChatGPT is capable of finding patterns in themes. What I mean? Maybe a similar sentence could be expressed in academic writing, in a fictional writing, or maybe in a love story. How could ChatGPT distinguish all those situations? The solution is, like before, it will add more access, aka it will add more parameters in the model. So you have the capability to distinguish, to find patterns in all natural languages. The truth is, ChatGPT-1 has over a million parameters. GPT-2 has over 1 billion parameters, while ChatGPT-3 has over nearly 200 billion parameters. What we're gonna use now is ChatGPT. It's more than ChatGPT-3, so I guess they may have like 1,000 billions parameters. Next, let's use some real-world examples to show how it performs. First, it can polish language. Here we have a very Chinese-style English expression. Let's see how ChatGPT gonna revise this text. Let's go to Google, and in Google search, just search ChatGPT. It will be the first, and we clicked this link. It will bring us to the website. We need to click Try ChatGPT, and it will forward us to the ChatGPT website. If you are not registered, it will ask you to register first, but it's gonna be easy. Let's skip that part. After a while, we will enter into the ChatGPT website. Let's see, revise below the expression. Let's see how it works. In a few seconds, I guess, it will rewrite or revise this Chinese style text in this format. Let's have a look. All right, let's have an analyzing. The Chinese style is in the current background of rapid urbanization. Current background kind of redundant, I guess. The sprawled construction land had colored ecological land, thus leading to interference and destruction in the normal operation of the ecosystem. Conflicts between urban development and ecological environment become very fierce. I kind of know what it's talking about, but the language is really Chinese style. Let's see what ChatGPT revised. In the context of rapid urbanization, the widespread, I will never think about this word in writing actually. The widespread construction buildings has encroached upon ecological land, resulting in, well, I think that's better than the left one, resulting in interference and the destruction of the natural system. Here is a comma. It's end of one sentence. It uses another sentence. It actually split the original text into two sections. I think that might be good. This could mean the former sentence, I guess. This has intensified conflicts between urban developments and the prevention of ecological environments. Even though I am not English native speaker or not an expert in English, I feel personally the writing of the letter is more natural, more close to human, I guess. Another example is to completing a text. Here, I will use an example in my paper 3. My topic is about food security. Food security assessment in China. Many studies has been done, but they focus on single parameters like climate, crop yield, and productivity investment, blah, blah, blah. What I want to conclude is that while those studies provide valuable insight into the impact of individual factors, here I got blocked. I don't know what to say in the next. So let's see how ChatGPT gonna help me completing this text. Now let's get back to this website. I say, help me finish the text. And I paste the text there. Let's see how it goes. And it will spit out words. Well, I don't know what it's saying now, but it's saying a lot. Let's have a look later. All right, let's go back to the slides. The story is, I won't emphasize the previous studies doing good job, but they but they only focus on single variables. And ChatGPT says they may not capture the complex and interconnected nature of food security in China. Exactly what I mean. They are focused on single parameters like climate, like management, but they forget the complex and interconnection. Well, it's even giving examples. For example, they may be trade-offs between. Well, that's not what I wanted. I just want a conclusion. Let's see next. A more comprehensive approach that takes into account of these interrelated factors would provide a more nuanced understanding of the challenges and the opportunity for ensuring food security in China. I could say they not capture the complex and interconnected nature, and a more comprehensive method is needed. That is exactly what I need. For the examples here, I really don't need them. Anyway, I think ChatGPT has done a good job to provide those I want to say. All right, in the last, let's have a time to reflection what happened. I think, for me, it's risky but very tempting to let ChatGPT to generate text for me. And the text is, I guess, college assignment level. It's not that bad and it can be used directly. But I feel like it needs to be cautious that humans need to be in charge of creating. We can use it as a tool, but it's not a very good idea to let ChatGPT to take charge of the writing. Still, I'm positive about this tool, this revolutionary tool. It is a great relief for language polishing, as you can see the examples. And after we use English to write something, especially for Chinese students, if the ChatGPT is very effective to check if the text is good enough to read. Lastly, it will have more free for us to focus on research rather than haunted by writing, spelling, grammar, and polishing those stuff. I like that a lot. That will be my sharing about ChatGPT. I hope Planet A people could take good use of this tool.